Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn how to factorize a quadratic polynomial. When we factorize a quadratic polynomial, we get three types of factors. We can get both positive factors like this. We can get both negative factors like this, or we can get one positive factor and one negative factor, or a negative factor and a positive factor. Okay, so we get usually both positives, both negatives, or positive and negative, because we get three types of factors in factorizing. So we have three types of questions as well. Let's see a type 1 question. 2x square plus 5x plus 2. Usually it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c. Let's compare the sign of ABCs. So a is an x square coefficient and a is plus 2, which is having a positive sign. So b is x coefficient, b equals to plus 5. So b is also having a positive sign for this question. And c is a constant and it is also has to a positive sign. Here sign of ABC is positive. So then we get both positive factors and we get both negative zeros. So whenever like ABC is signs are positive, so we identify it's a type 1 question, and once we identify it's a type 1 question, then we predict definitely both we are going to get positive factors. Okay, so we'll start factorization now. First we have to multiply a and c. So a is 2 and c is 2. So a and c, if we multiply 2 multiplied by 2 equals 4. So by multiplying a and c, we get a multiple. Multiple, usually they'll have a pair of factors, like we can get a 4 by multiplying 1 and 4 and by multiplying 2 and 2. Okay, so these are the pair of factors for a multiple 4. So now because we know like sign of ABC is positive, so definitely we get both positive factors. So whatever pair of factors we got, we'll give the positive sign to them, because we should definitely get both positive factors. And if we give the like a positive sign to both the factors and we do arithmetic, so plus 1 plus 4 equals plus 5 and plus 2 equals plus 4. Okay, so plus 5 is nothing but the b value, right? So whenever like for a multiple, a pair of factors, if they sum up to b, so then that pair of factors we should consider as the factors for our given question. So now you take 2x square plus 5x plus 2. So 5x, now we split it as 1x and 4x. So 2x square plus 5x, we'll split it as 1x and 4x plus 2. Okay, so then you know like we have to take the common factor in the first two terms and the common factor in the next two terms. So here x is common, so 2x plus 1 is inside. Here only 2 is common in both these terms, so 2 is outside and 2x plus 1 goes inside. So 2x plus 1 is a common factor in both the combinations. So 2x plus 1 is definitely one of the factor. Then x plus 2 makes one more factor. You can see whenever sign of ABC is positive, compulsory we are going to get both the positive factors only, because we know we are going to get both positive factors. So that's how we are actually directly giving the sign of factors as positive. So normally in the regular method they teach as if like a hit and trial. So students are not really sure about what type of signs they can get the factors. They just do hit and trial. There is no need to do any hit and trial if you are familiar about these points. Let's take a type 2 question. 2x square minus 5x plus 3. Here the sign of b is negative, but whereas the sign of a and the sign of c are positive, right? So whenever the B sign is negative and A and C signs are positive, definitely we are going to get both negative factors and we get both positive zeros. Okay, so whenever the B sign is negative, we get definitely both negative factors. Now let's start factorization. So first we'll multiply A and C. A is 2 and C is 3. If we multiply, we get 6. So by multiplying A and C, what we get is a multiple, and a multiple 6 can have a pair of factors. We can get 6 by multiplying 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. So both the pair of factors, if we multiply, we get 6. Okay, but we know if the B sign is negative, compulsory we get both negative factors. So here for this pair of factors 1 and 6 will give the negative sign, and for this pair of factors also will give the negative sign. So we'll do arithmetic of these both factors. Minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. Okay, so here this minus 5 is equal to our B, right? So because this combination of factors is giving us B by doing the arithmetic of these two factors. So that's how we predict that we have to split minus 5x as minus 2x and minus 3x. So 2x square minus 5x plus 3. So 2x square minus 5x will split it as minus 2x and minus 3x plus 3. Here we, in this first two terms, we can take 2x common. So x minus 1 goes inside. Then minus 3 we can take common in the next two terms. So if you take minus 3 outside, then x minus 1 goes inside. Okay, so x minus 1 is a common factor, and 2x and minus 3 they make one more factor. Okay, you can see whenever the B sign is negative and A and C signs are positive, compulsory you'll get both negative factors only. Okay, because we predict we get a negative factors whenever we got the like a pair of factors for 6, we directly gave the negative signs to both the factors. So there is no hit and trial here also if we are very clear about these 2 points. Let's see a type 3 question. 2x square plus x minus 6 equals 0. Here sign of C is negative. C equals minus 6, the sign of C is negative. So then we don't have to now check the signs of A and B. If the sign C is negative, compulsory we are going to get a positive and a negative factor. We don't have to consider the sign of A and B now. Okay, so we get one positive and one negative factor. So definitely we'll get one positive and a negative, 0 as well. Sign of B helps us in predicting the sign of big factor, because one factor is definitely going to have a positive sign and one factor a negative sign. So so in these two factors, definitely one factor can be a big factor and one factor should be a small. So sign of B, whatever we have, for the big factor also we should give the same sign. So here the B sign is positive, so the big factor should be given the positive sign. So that's how the sign of B helps us in the type 3 question. So let's start factorization. First we'll multiply A and C. A equals 2 and C equals minus 6. By multiplying them we get minus 12. So minus 12 is a multiple. By multiplying A and C we get a multiple, and multiple is minus 12. For 12 we'll first make the list of a pair of factors. So we can get 12 by multiplying 1 and 12. Okay, and 2 6s are 12 we get, and 3 4s are 12 we get. And we know like whenever the C sign is negative, we should have one positive and negative factor, and the big factor should be given the sign of B. So B is having positive sign. So first we'll write the factors. Okay, so in the factors 1 and 12, big factor is 12. So we'll give positive sign to it and one negative sign. So always B, whatever sign we have, the big factor should be given that sign. B is having positive sign, big factor should be given positive sign. So here also 6 is a big factor, we give positive sign, and here negative sign. 4 is a big factor, give positive sign, and for 3 negative sign. So once we assign signs to the pair of factors, we do arithmetic. Minus 1 plus 12 equals 11, minus 2 plus 6 equals 4, minus 3 plus 4 equals 1. And here we can see b equals to 1. So here we are getting 1. For this combination of factors, we are getting 1. So that's how we identify for this quadratic polynomial. We have to split the middle term x as 3x and minus 4x, 3x minus 3x and plus 4x. That's how we have to split it. So 2x square plus x minus 6. So 2x square. So we have minus 3x and 4x, right? So I'll write plus 4x here, then minus 3x here and minus 6. And here for the first two terms you can take 2x common, then x plus 2 goes inside the bracket. Here minus minus sign, we have minus we take common, and 3 also we can take common. So inside the bracket it goes x plus 2. So x plus 2 is a common factor. Then 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3 becomes another factor. So whenever the sign of c is negative, compulsory will get the positive and the negative factor. I hope it's clear to you. These 2 points are really going to help us in identifying what type of question it is, and what type of factors we are going to get, and how to assign the sign of factors also. No hit and trial here as well. For type 3 question, let's take one more question. X square minus 3x minus 10. So here c sign is negative. So then we get definitely one positive and negative factor. Okay. And usually big factor we should give the sign of b. So b is having a negative sign here. B equals a minus 3x. It's having negative sign. So big factor we should give a negative sign. So first we'll do a multiplied by c. So here a is 1 and c equals minus 10. So what we get here is a multiple. So for multiple 10, we can have the pair of factors 1 multiplied by 10 and 2 5s are 10. We have only 2 pair of factors for multiple 10. So then for this pair of factors, we should assign sign. So here sign of b is the big factor sign. So big factor we should give the negative sign, as b has negative sign. So here 1 and 10, 10 is a big factor, so give negative sign to it. 2 and 5, 5 is a big factor, so give negative sign to it, and here positive sign. So we do arithmetic now. So we are getting minus 9 here, and plus 2 minus 5 equals minus 3. So minus 3 equals to b. So this pair of factors, arithmetic if you do, we are getting b value equals to minus 6. That minus 3. So that's how we select the pair of factors which we have to use in factorization. So plus 2 and minus 5 works for us. So we have to take it as plus 2x and minus 5x. So let's factorize x square minus 3x minus 10. So x square, and here plus 2x minus 5x and minus 10. So x we can take outside, then minus 5 here we can take outside, and x plus 2 goes inside. So x plus 2 is one common factor, and x minus 5 together they make one more factor. So whenever c is negative, compulsory will get both positive and negative factors. So once we multiply a and c, we get a multiple. For multiple, we make the pair of factors, and because we are very sure about the positive and negative factors we are going to get, and the sign of b should be the big factor sign. So we assign signs of these factors and do arithmetic, which arithmetic gives us a b value. So that pair of factors we select for factorization for our question. Okay, so that's how you can factorize a quadratic polynomial by these important points. These points are really very important. Using them you can do factorization like without hit and trial. Okay, you can be very sure about what type of answer you are going to get as well. Okay, I hope you understood all the 3 types of questions in factorization of quadratic polynomial. So please practice these questions. Thank you for watching video. Happy math learning. Take care. Bye.